Hi guys, welcome to Mommy Time where we talk about all things mommy. Today we're going to talk about some don'ts about being a mom. First of all, don't talk negatively about your kids, especially in their presence. I remember when I was at my baby shower with my first kid, and I was talking about how excited I was for him to get here and all the things that we had planned. Someone next to me said, "You say that now, but the second he's here, you're going to be wishing he was back in. They're so hard when they start moving, and they're so hard when they wake up at night, and da 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 da." Is motherhood hard? Yes, it is. Surprise! Motherhood is hard. And the thing that really struck me was her daughter was sitting right there listening to everything that she had to say. And it just made me think, man, what must she feel like listening to her mom say all of the hard things about being a mom? Is it important to know those things? Yes. Do your kids want to hear it? Not really. So always keep it positive in front of your kids. Let them know that you like spending time with them and that they are a positive part in your life. In the world today, there's so much bullying and negative talk and self-doubt and crushing of self-esteem that we don't need to add to that for our children. Let your presence be a positive thing for them and let them know that their presence is a positive thing to you. Number 2, don't ever use the phrase, "I don't care," with your kids. If they say, "I don't want to do this," don't say, "I don't care." I know sometimes we don't care. We just don't. If they don't want to eat their broccoli, I don't care. You need to eat it anyway because I know that it's good for you. You may not know that. You may just think it's gross. But you need to eat it anyway. But don't ever tell them that you don't care, that that's how they feel. They need to know that their feelings are validated and that you do care and that you do care what they have to say and how they feel. And they need to feel like they can come to you for anything and that you will care. Right now, if they're young children, it may just be that they don't want to eat their broccoli. But someday when they're older, it could be something a lot bigger. And they need to feel like they can come to you and feel like you do care. One day it may be something bigger. And they need to know that they can come to you and talk about those things and know that you care. Number 3, don't use the phrase "because I said so" with your kids. Here's my explanation why. With my kids, I always tell them that they are always welcome to ask me why. Boop! Did I open up a can of worms with that one? Yes, of course. And I get that every time I tell people that I let my kids ask me why. But we talk about whenever we ask our kids to do something, we always have a reason. And they're entitled to know that reason. And the reason should never be "because I said so." Children need to understand that yes, the parent is in charge of the situation, but they should never feel like their parents rule over them in a way, if that makes sense. We're equal as human beings, but because of experience and a sense of authority, yes, the parent is in charge. But I believe the kids are always welcome to know the reasoning why. Don't be afraid to open that door. Does it sometimes get frustrating? Yeah. If you have young kids, you know that can be frustrating. But it can be very beneficial and a great learning experience for your kids to understand that when you do ask them to do something, there is a reason for it, and ultimately it's going to benefit them if they obey what you've asked them to do. And number 4, we've all heard this one, but don't let other people tell you how to parent your child. Every child is different, and every child will need to be raised in a different way. And that even includes multiple children in the same home. We deal with my oldest in very different ways than we deal with my second child. They need to be disciplined differently. They need to be spoken to differently because they understand things differently. And so when people try and tell you how to parent your child, no one knows your child better than you do. And so no one else can tell you exactly how to raise that child. So, of course, part of that is why we're here, right? You can take everything I say with a grain of salt, just like you should with any advice that anyone gives you. Take it with a grain of salt, think about it, see if it can fit into your life in the things that you believe and the way that your child might receive that sort of treatment. And then you can decide if you're going to implement that piece of advice into your parenting. But all in all, there's no right way to do it. No one has all the answers. And so don't think that everybody does when they tell you how to parent. All right, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining us. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe right here. Also, if there are some mommy don'ts that we didn't talk about today, feel free to leave them down below in the comments so that we can talk about them beyond this video. If you have interest in seeing what my daily life as a mom is like, my family does daily vlogs and you can see those right here, and I will also leave the link for that in the description below. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to see you back next Thursday. Bye.